What's up, guys? Dave here. I had a great day of tracking vocals today. Um, I wrote a song about a year and a half ago as an exercise, really. It's an anger song about somebody that is pretty pissed off at somebody else. And I'm typically not an angry guy. I just wanted to see if I could do it. And in the creation of this song, it became apparent that this song would take on a whole different perspective if sung by a female. Angry dude, he's just kind of a grumpy Gus, but an angry woman is something to be feared. And especially at the level of anger that I wrote this song to portray. So it was fun, nice little exercise. But it sat for about a year and a half, and I recorded all the bed tracks last year. Pretty simple, straightforward: drums, bass, guitars, lots of guitars. It's kind of like a garage rock kind of emo, grungy kind of thing. The song will be released at the end of May, so tune in. It's called "You Wanted This," and I had Margo in today to sing it. And it's really hard for me to find good singers in this town that will actually show up and do the work, which is great. But I never met Margo. She came in today and we got right to work. And she was a good sport. I kind of threw some curveballs at her. Some things changed from what the original demo was. But not only did she handle it in stride, she made a lot of great recommendations herself on harmonies and enunciations and dictions and the way that things were sung. She also sings perfectly to herself, which is great when recording harmonies. So that made things easy. And as we got warmed up and the grit came out, the character of the song really took place. The song was tracked through a U87 into a 1073 into an 1176 type chain. And this song has a lot of, I guess, soft and loud passages, sometimes within the same sentence. And it was fun to try and map all this into the DAW and keep things on track. If you notice, all of these vocals are not gain matched yet, meaning I haven't had a chance to go in and bring the highs down like that, make that smaller, or make this a little larger, a little louder. But that's coming. I just wanted to do this video very quickly. I had some wonderful tutelage from the great and powerful Sean McDonald from Red Medicine Studios, who really showed me some fantastic philosophies and techniques and methodologies to recording vocals. I think that there is nothing more difficult than recording vocals. Maybe drums, just because there's so many microphones, but and the room sounds. But as far as like capturing emotion and capturing the color of a song, vocals is extremely difficult to do it well. And Sean has been so helpful, and he's just one of the best guys around. There's other guys around. Sean has been, like I said, a godsend, and some of the things he's shown me has been extremely groundbreaking for me, and getting a better grasp on vocals. So the way we tracked this song was, the way I like to do vocals is I do a lot of tracks, but not as many as some. But the overall mindset is anything that requires, simple stating. That's a single lead vocal, maybe double it, but not really. But not often. My next favorite thing to do is, it's an old school trick. They've been doing it forever, but on anything like a chorus or a bridge or a harmony in a verse or somewhere, anywhere where there's a vocal feature, something you want to pop out or you want to thicken it up. The best way I've seen this accomplished and the easiest way is to just have the singer double the line on another track. Okay, not copy and paste. You see people do all that time. Well, I want to thicken this up, so I'll just grab this here and I'll copy it and I'll paste it to another track. You're getting the same exact waveform. And even if you bump it left or right a little bit, it's not the same. If you have a singer, like take for instance, let me find one where you can really see it. Down here is a perfect example. Okay, so Margo had the suggestion of doubling the line in the bridge. Okay, so if you look at these two wave files, let me make them bigger so we can see them. All right, so as much as she's trying to sing exactly the same, you can see here there's different starts and stops to consonants, different depths and like thicknesses of breaths. But mostly, if you look here, let me see if I can make that bigger so we can see it on the screen a little better. But where you really see it is not only your vocal cords will not vibrate exactly at the same time when you're singing something in unison, but your vibrato is very difficult to match up. So if you look right in through here, you can see all these little jagged teeth. That's her when she's singing vibrato. Well, she didn't quite sing it exactly the same up here because it's almost impossible to do. Let me see if I can zoom in on that. See the differences? And when that happens is you get something that sounds very similar. If you listen to them back to back, they may sound exactly alike, but when you put them together, it really thickens it up and makes it sound fuller. Works fantastic with distorted guitars. Play the track, get through it, rock out, and then create another track and play it again as close as you can. You'll never get it perfect, and that's exactly the point. So in doing that, you create a thickness and kind of like a I would say it's not a chorus. It's not a chorusy thing, and it's not like a slap delay or anything like that. It's just kind of like a little more beefy. It works great with folks who have like a thinner voice or a higher voice. If you want it just makes it sound a little more rich. So there's that. Now, to note, on this track, there's no pitch correction. You can see over here, that is just compression. And that is just so I could knock down the highs and pull up the lows a little bit. There's not a lot happening on there. I don't even have EQ on yet. So I have it bounced to the reverbs and delays just so I could hear how they're going to sound. But I'll pull those off so you can hear just a straight vocal. Typically, I'll do a different reverb and or reverbs and or delay/delays per line if necessary. Like if I want to align the sound a certain way, I'll create a bus with a certain reverb on it and a certain delay or both or multiples of per verse, per chorus, per bridge, per section. If there's like a feature section where, I really want this to sound distant and far away, I'll create a whole different bus for that. But for tracking purposes, I'll just create a reverb and a delay. And I'll give you a quick listen without first. So no pitch correction, no auto tune, Margo coming in and just blasting this song out. Pretty amazing singer. just very easy to work with, and good attitude and upbeat. So this is what we tracked today with nothing but a little bit of compression on each track.
It's done now and all is lost. There is nothing left to save. Burned and buried, gone forever. You wanted nothing more from this life, and everything you needed you just take. Slow down, there's no time now to throw out all that drowns us, and I know you want this. Slow down, there's no time now to throw out all that drowns us, and I know you want this to be. Never shared what you had with me. Never showed me how good you could be. Never gave a damn about me. Never cared enough to fight, so leave me there.
That is amazing. I don't know if the little iPhone speaker's doing it any justice, but we did on the lead vocal, just through the verses until she got warmed up, we did like maybe 3 or 4 takes. The rest of this, you can see over here. Here's the lead vocal, and I just copied that track so I could make a comp track. We did 5 takes of the lead vocal here and just kind of did our thing. And you can see the rest of these are 1-offs, 2-offs, maybe. She crushed it. A whole song, 4-minute song done in, I mean, once we got rolling, was probably an hour and 45 minutes. And let me give you a little, just a taste, because I don't want to waste your time and listen to the whole thing again. But here it is with just my little tracking reverbs and delays on it. The way I do it is I pretty much push everything, I'd say at unity or a little bit below to a bus, and then I just bring it up on the bus. Because typically, if you like a reverb, you like the way it sounds, you want that reverb to stay the way it is, and then you hit that reverb with the voice. Again, this is just top level tracking reverbs. And then I always put an EQ in front of vocal reverbs just to pull out some of the mud and pull down a little bit of the super brash stuff. So you'll hear, I'll just kind of pull it up, and you can hear how when a person sings in tune and I can't emphasize enough, people think, oh, I'm singing perfectly in tune. Yeah, but you're starting and stopping words at different places, and that chops it up. And she did a great job of just kind of like hitting the consonants exactly in time. Timing is very important, just with your voices as well as it is with your hands playing guitar or drums. The vocal kind of swells where it's supposed to swell and starts and stops, and that affects how it hits the reverb. I don't always throw every vocal at the reverb, but just for the sake of tracking and giving an idea of how well this all blends together, check it out. So we'll start with the verse, and then there's a harmony at the end of the verse, and then coming into the chorus, I'll kind of ramp up the reverb and delay a little bit just to give you an idea how thick it can get.
It's done now and all is lost.
Some reverb.
There is nothing left to save. Burned and buried, gone forever.
Some delay.
You wanted nothing more.
So hearing how like this reverb is pretty cranked, right? So it doesn't seem like a lot, but when you got 6 voices hitting it in a tracking situation, this is not how I always do reverb. It doesn't take a lot to get this thing ringing. So, you typically, the beat of the song is, we're at about, what is it up there? 128 beats per minute. So you want to have your tails end typically at the end of a snare hit, like, so as that, like if you put, your reverb on a snare, that timing You don't want it to like kind of bleed over. When this goes into final production, if I mix it, typically what I'll do is I'll side chain the reverb with the lead vocal. So every time the lead vocal hits the side chained reverb bus, it'll duck the reverb a little bit until the last bit, and then you get those nice tails without muddying up the words. So here, that was a little reverb, and like I said, you can hear how much you can get out of it just on a single lead vocal.
It's done now and all is lost. There is nothing.
So pull that back.
Left to
Here's some delay.
save, but
Here's some delay.
it's done now and all is lost. There is nothing left to save, burned and buried, gone forever.
I'm not sure this is set to time. Yeah, it's just an eighth note. But typically on a song like this, I won't use much delay, but you'll hear how it thickens up the chorus a little bit. So typically how I would run this would be like this.
It's done now and all is lost. There is nothing left to save, burned and buried, gone forever.
A little delay on a harmony.
You wanted nothing more from this life, and everything you needed you just take. Slow down, there's no time now to throw out all that drowns us, and I know you want this. Slow down, there's no time now to throw out all that drowns us, and I know you want this to be. Never shared what you had with me, never showed me how good you could be, never gave a damn about me, and never cared enough to fight, so leave me there.
So yeah, 3 different sections of the song. I'll probably have 3 different reverbs, 3 different delays, maybe more, depending on what part of the song I'm throwing to those reverbs and what delays. But for the most part, this is just kind of a generic setup so I can get an idea of what I want to do. I cannot emphasize enough how important it is to get your performance right. It saves so much time on the back end. Having all of your intonation and your performance, you're not jogging stuff left and right. You're not chopping up files. You're not, I'll do a little bit of gain restructuring on some of these vocals, but for the most part, having a great performance is you just turn it up, mix with the faders, get a good sound going in so that you don't have to EQ the hell out of stuff. I really try to do that. I'm not great at it yet. I'm still always learning from great people who do it so much better than I do. But, having just a great sound on a track that if you want to hear it, you just turn it up and you don't have to EQ it into place or pan it and fader it. Other than that, just panning and fading is distance and location. If you can get that to where you need it, then without having to throw compressors on and EQs and sonic enhancement tools or tons of delay or reverb to give it space or limiters or anything like that, just trying to get things to where you need them. So yeah, what a day. It was easy work. When it goes easy, it's great. The song, like I said, should be coming out at the end of May. It's called You Wanted This, and I'll list all the details in the description below. Have a great day.